everybody, and welcome to another episode of Review Rewind, where you join me as I look back on movies you love, hate, maybe forgot, maybe never heard of. Today we're going to take a look at the Meg Ryan, Dennis Quaid thriller noir remake, D.O.A. The basic synopsis of this film is that Dennis Quaid, who is a professor, finds out that he has been poisoned, has 24 hours to live for a poison that there is no antidote, and he spends the rest of his movie trying to find out who did it and why. This movie is shot very 50s style. Some of the camera angles and things like that are very stylistic of the 50s noir. It even starts out black and white to give that feel of exactly what you're in for. The directors of this, Morton and Annabel, Jankel, definitely have a feel for what the 50s were and how the noir was, as this film is very stylistic, very fun in their angles, very different from anything that was being made at the time back in '87 when this came out. And it's portrayed as such. This is a remake of a 50s movie with the same synopsis, same plot, and they do a very good job here bringing it to a current audience using current stars, or at least stars of that time. Here, Meg Ryan plays a student who has a crush on Dennis Quaid's professor. She's very flaky, very flighty, very Meg Ryan for that time period. And she pulls that part off very well. She was very good in that type of role. Dennis Quaid, who plays the stoic professor, is also very good. He is one of the more medium-style actors. He's not the best actor in the world. He's definitely going to give you a decent performance, but he's never going to take you over the top, but you're never going to get a subpar performance from him either. I am a fan of Dennis Quaid from the 80s with Inner Space, this film. You had Everybody's All-American. So he was in a lot of movies back then, Enemy Mine, movies that I did enjoy him in. Here, he is very adequate in the part. Daniel Stern plays his best friend, another professor. In this film, he is a very subsequent piece of the puzzle here, but you do enjoy him in his part. He definitely plays Daniel Stern. The plot itself is very run-of-the-mill, nothing out of the ordinary. When you do find out the reasons for everything happening, it's kind of a like, okay, really? This is what we've been following for the last hour and a half to find this out? The resolution is very lackluster, very anticlimactic. You don't really get a big gut punch from it. I can't say that I saw it coming, but I can't say that it was like out of this ordinary surprise. It was kind of a letdown. But the journey is it's a good journey. It's arriving at your destination that is kind of subpar. There is no soundtrack, which is very weird, very adequate for a 50s style film, but very missing in an 80s film. You don't have that 80s soundtrack to kind of tie into, give you the feels, with tapping your feet like you did in other 80s movies, anything to kind of cling on to. So that was nice to see also. Weird, but nice, at least in my point of view. But, I mean, you could definitely do worse than D.O.A. It's a nice pickup, sometimes hard to find, as it's in and out of print, at least in and out of supply. But I enjoyed this film. It is definitely a decent watch. So all in all, I do give D.O.A. a 61 out of 100, a 6.1 out of 10. So thank you for tuning in, as always. Please click that subscribe button, help us grow this channel. Hoping to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be kind of our goal. Help us reach that goal by clicking that subscribe. Bring over your friends who are fans of the 80s, as we got a lot of 80s themed stuff coming. Also, you can click that bell to stay alerted to all things 073 Media here on this channel. As always, thank you for tuning in.